The episode starts with Bart getting letters saying, "I'm gonna kill you, Bart."
Right, I'm gonna kill you, Bart. And doesn't Lisa have like a pen pal or something like that?
No, that's something. Yes, she does have a pen pal, but that's something like that's something else. It starts with she has a pen.
Yeah, she has a pen pal from someone in some Asian country.
Yeah, someone in some repressed country or something, and Bart is making fun of her for it.
Yeah, something like that. And then he gets the letter.
Yes, and that's when Bart gets the letter, like, written in blood, like, "I'm gonna kill you, Bart."
But that's not how it starts. Well, it starts with Bart and Lisa. They're on the couch. They're watching TV.
That is right.
Yeah, they're
yes,
watching Itchy and Scratchy. Right? Yeah. So
it's a TV show they watch, right?
Yeah, it's incredibly violent.
But shockingly violent.
Yes.
It's so good.
He always dies, right?
Yeah, that's the cat. The cat always gets it incredibly violently.
Yeah, somebody always gets chopped.
That's the cat, Itchy.
No,
Is it Scratchy? Wait.
Itchy is the cunning mouse who always kills Scratchy, who is the cat.
Yeah.
And then Bart and Lisa always think it's completely hilarious. It's disturbing, but it's so awesome.
I remember watching it the first time and I thought, yeah, that's going too far.
Oh, it's absolutely going too far. It's so brilliant.
And so I remember they're watching an episode or something.
Yeah.
And,
They're watching the episode, and Bart is totally cracking up. No. Lisa is totally cracking up, and Bart isn't.
Yes, that's right. Lisa is laughing, and she's like, "That's so funny, Bart. Why aren't you laughing?" And Bart is full of gloom because he's depressed because someone is trying to kill him.
And that's when the doorbell rings, and it's the mail.
Yes, and that's when she gets her pen pal letter.
Yes, and Bart, and that's when Bart gets another death threat, and no one like everyone's really blasé about it, and so at one point it's like, and everything is shot like Cape Fear. So there'll be all of these smash cuts where he'll open a letter and then it'll be like oing, 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 and sort of like widen out in the way that Cape Fear the second, the De Niro. So there'll be all these letters on the table. They'll open a letter. "I'm gonna kill you, Bart." Boing, dong, and then it'll widen out. It's the overhead shot. And then it'll be like womp womp. Oh, sorry, that's the sound from the Cape Fear soundtrack. That's the womp 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 womp.
Oh right, yeah, the womp 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 womp
womp womp womp womp.
Oh, no.
Womp 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 womp. So it's that, and so again, all of these letters are spread out on the kitchen table. There's "Die Bart Die," "I'm gonna kill you, Bart," da 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 da, and then there's one that's written in pen. They're all written in blood, but then there's the one that's written in pen, and Homer's like, "Oh, well, Homer's like, "Well, I wrote that one in pen because of, Homer's like, "I wrote that one because of that one time that Bart tattooed this on my butt," and he pulls down his pants, and his butt is tattooed with the words "wide load." And then the family, they all start laughing, all laughing for a really weirdly long time. Marge, Lisa, the baby, just like, ha 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 ha. I don't know, it's very, I don't know, I just thought it was funny that they would take away from the episode to laugh at Homer like that, but, anyway.
But there's the court case.
Yes, but before the court case, there's, you see the ketchup bottle spurting "Die Bart Die" onto the letter, and it's the reveal that it's Sideshow Bob.
Yeah, it's Sideshow Bob, played by Kelsey Grammer.
And then he takes...
He has the hair, right?
Yeah, Sideshow Bob is...
That's a clown.
A clown gone wrong. Gone very, very wrong.
Okay, I thought Mr. Burns and a fish. A fish with 3 eyeballs.
Blinky? No, that's a whole other episode.
Yeah, Mr. Burns runs the nuclear power plant.
No, I know that, but I thought, okay, never mind.
Okay, you're thinking of the episode where the nuclear power plant is polluting the Springfield River, but that's a whole other, Burns doesn't try to kill Bart, not
Bob is writing the letters in ketchup.
Yes, and then right before they cut to commercial, he like evilly tastes it, like, and then.
And then he takes the stand.
Yes, no, okay, but before that, I remember there's like a montage. There's a montage of him doing all of these menacing workouts, like aerobic calisthenics. So he'll be like a 1, a 2, a 3, and that's when you see the tattoo.
Wait, what are the tattoos?
Okay, Sideshow Bob has like on his knuckles he has the tattoo. Okay, but because Simpsons characters only have 3 fingers, because it's
Wait, hold on. Is it actually only 3?
Yeah, that seems.
Yeah, plus thumbs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's funny. I guess I never noticed. But that's ignorance for you, right?
Yeah. Well, because the Simpsons characters only have 3 fingers, Sideshow Bob has love and hate tattooed, but it's LUV and H.
Oh, that's from the Do the Right Thing.
No, it's from Do the Right Thing, but it's also stealing from
Night of the Hunter.
Oh.
yeah, well, in Night of the Hunter, the villain has love and hate tattooed on his hands.
Oh.
Who's also Robert Mitchum.
Oh, who's also Robert Mitchum, who's De Niro's character in the original Cape Fear.
There's only 2 things in this world: love and hate.
Yeah, well, Sideshow Bob has love and hate, but it's LUV with like an umlaut over the U, and then it's like H. I don't remember how they do the A, but it's some weird phonetic thing that they do with the A to make it read love and hate.
So we go in. We go in after you see the montage. We see that Sideshow Bob's in court.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So he's charming the court, and doesn't Sideshow Bob have Die Bar Die tattooed on his chest? And isn't there this lady? And isn't she like, you have Die Bar Die? And he's like, no, it's actually German. It says Die Bar Die.
And the woman in the jury box, she says, well, anyone who knows German.
Anyone who knows German,
Anyone
right?
who knows German has to be a very nice man.
Anyone who knows German, right?
Anyone who knows German couldn't be a bad man.
The Bart, the. It's so awesome.
Yeah, and then there's the smarmy prosecutor, right? Like he's a common Simpsons character. What are your feelings about Bart Simpson?
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I think I remember that guy.
Is it not true that you repeatedly threaten to kill Bart Simpson? And he's like, oh, Bart Simpson, that spirited little scamp. And then, the lighting gets all dark, and he's like, who twice foiled my evil schemes and sent me to this urine-soaked hellhole. We object to the term urine-soaked hellhole. We prefer pee-soaked stinkhole. And it's like...
It's nothing. I thought I heard something. Bart Simpson, that spirited little scamp. The hellhole.
Right, yes, right. So then, after that, he's free after that.
Right. Yeah, like he's free. He's walking.
Yeah, he's free, he's walking. It's them walking out of the courtroom. Yeah.
Yeah, right, like parole.
Yeah, and then the Simpsons find out because they go to the movies, and again it's a spoof off of the scene from Cape Fear. So it's like Sideshow Bob is like sitting behind the Simpsons, like smoking a cigar. And laughing loudly, like, oh.
The only thing I can remember from that movie is like Juliette Lewis like sucks Robert De Niro's fingers in a gross way and then like bit Ileana Douglas's face. Right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like bit Ileana Douglas's face. That's all I can remember.
No. He kills the dog. Does he bite the lady's face?
Yeah, he bites her face hard. But back to behind Sideshow Bob, the Simpsons are sitting, and Homer is sitting there smoking an even bigger cigar, and he's laughing even louder, like, oh! And then they're like, oh, it's you! No, Sideshow Bob, he turns around, and he's like, oh, that's very inappropriate. Let's talk about it. And then they're like, oh, it's you who's been threatening to kill me. And Sideshow Bob says, I don't remember what he says. Do you remember what he says, what the dialogue is?
No.
Bart says, it's you! He says, it's you threatening to kill me! And then Sideshow Bob says, oh God, I know I remembered it, but it's really hard to. It's something, I remember there's some thing where Sideshow Bob is trying to say something menacing. It's like some literary thing, but he keeps getting it wrong, so he's like, oh God, it's really hard to.
No, that sounds totally familiar.
They say something along the lines of, you stay away from our son, and then he's like, oh God, this is torture. Okay, just give me a second. Oh,
Did you get it?
no! No, but I just remembered. Well, the whole first act is who's sending the letters, right? So at one point, Lisa is like, I know who did it! And she calls up Mo, the bartender, because she figures it must be Mo taking revenge for all the prank calls that Bart has been making over the years. So she calls up Mo, and Mo answers, Mo's Tavern, and then Lisa's like, Mo, cut it out, we know it's you! And then he's like, oh my goodness, all right. And then he goes into the back, and there's an enormous, crowd of pandas hiding out in the back because Mo's been smuggling pandas from China. So they're all at these little tables playing poker, and then Mo's like, all right, guys, the gig is up. Get out of here. Andale. And then they just, run out of the tavern like trailing poker chips.
Right, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all right.
Get out here.
If I was going to blow you away, okay.
Backpack off. Arms up.
Road Atlas!
For where?
Whole country.
Thank you. So, where are you coming from?
Framingham,
Framingham, that's...
Massachusetts.
Well, what part of the state is that?
It's near Holliston, right?
Yeah, nearish. It's in the eastern part of the state, near I-90.
How'd you come down?
I went over to Boston first.
How's Boston?
Boston is a mess.
Well, how bad is it?
It's really bad.
I was just
I didn't see any women. I'm sorry. I got there and I got out of there. I'm sorry.
Then which way?
I went down 24 to Brockton. I was hearing rumors about a barricade around Bridgewater, so I cut over to 95 and I took that over to Providence. And Providence was deserted. Weirdly, not even a lot of bodies. Maybe there was some kind of evacuation. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they were here early, so maybe the government cleared people out?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It was eerie. I got out of there in a hurry. I thought I'd head for Stanford. So I
Stanford?
skirt.
My wife was in Stanford on business. She had just checked herself into the hospital when, the city went under quarantine.
I didn't actually go into Stanford. It was worked through, but there were definitely people in the area, and it seemed okay.
Yay, hi, fair
But
air.
wait. Let's do this properly, okay? I think it's important that we do this properly.
Right.
Okay, right. Do you want to start?
Don't you?
No, I'd rather give it a minute. You can go. Okay, all right.
H. Harrison, Don Harrison, Laura Harrison, 64, 65. Aren't you gonna open that?
I've got a really good memory. Trust me, I really do.
Holmes, Mel Holmes, that's a woman, 38. Kay Kapner, Tim Kapner, Lisa Kapner, and they have 2 sons, Paul, he's 5, and Noah, 7. Is it all right if I just look?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sorry, I just had to, you know.
Of course.
L. Amelia Larkin, 14. W. Marion Westerbrook, 36. And this one is crazy because she was in California,
That's
but
not crazy. People got out from California.
it is crazy. She's my best friend since college, so. Celia Campanelli.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Do you want to go?
No, no, you can go ahead.
D. Elizabeth DePaul, 38. Cameron DePaul, 32. E. Arden Edwards, 22. I. Lou Ingracia, 39. Jack Ingracia, 12. Stuart Ingracia, 6. Tabby Ingracia, 8 months. L. Sarah Lewis, 27. Eric Shanker, 40. Timothy Wald, 42.
No, I'm sorry.
Yep. Jenny?
Okay, B. Butler, Angela Butler, 71. Sharon Butler, 29. This is Boston.
Sorry, yeah.
Richard Butler, 52. C. Cohen, Miralee Cohen, 17. Nina Cohen, 19. Raul Cohen, 15. G. Garber, Mark Garber, 37. Casey Martin, 39. Rolo Martinez.
Wait a minute. Casey Martin, I have a Casey
Casey Martin.
Yeah.
6 foot brown hair.
Brown hair, tall, yes.
Glasses.
Yes, glasses.
Glasses, brown eyes.
Glasses, I don't know about the eyes.
He's got a lean build.
Bethesda.
Bethesda, he's in Bethesda.
No, he's from Bethesda, and before that, briefly DC and Scranton for college, and then before that, Belmont, a tiny town in Maine.
Oh. Fuck. That's not him. So.
He was working at Records Administration.
Yeah, that's not it. So
I'm sorry.
I haven't spoken to the guy in over a year anyway. I don't even know why he's on my. That was my 10, right? I don't have any more, or do I?
I wasn't counting.
I can do more.
No, I have one more. Charlie Bernard, 69. My crazy uncle. Schlumpy. Weird. I know you don't have him.
No, I'm sorry.
Sam?
H. Linda Hopkins, 52. S. Ginny Scott or Virginia Scott, 60.
That it?
I come from a small town. I know about everybody else.
We're also looking for,
We're also looking for a Becca Wright, 12. Don't have her.
No!
I know. Thank you.
All right, so we're doing 10?
Isn't it 10?
Seems like last week or so, people are knocking it back to 8. Okay. Mine are Peter Evans, 70. Estelle Evans, 48. Richard Kahn, 35. Sorry, that's K. Kahn. Richard L. John Llewellyn, 37. S. Nolan Scott, 36.
Okay, oh, wait, sorry. I need to write out a new book. I didn't leave enough room for the S's. Okay, no.
Lilia Suarez, Suarez, Lily Suarez, 38. Petra Suarez Evans, 2. Cynthia Warner, 52. Francis Warner, 22. Noah Warner, 27.
No. Sorry. No. Sorry.
No. I'm sorry.
Hungry?
No, I'm all right.
Beer?
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
I'll go get it.
So, how long have you been moving?
Oh, about a month and a half. I've been stopping here and stopping there. Mainly, I've just been going. What about you?
I've been here for about a week. I'm from Baltimore. I got out of there about 11 weeks ago. I was in Wilmington for a while and had to get out of there about a month ago. And then I was really on the move for about 3 weeks.
I got here 4 days ago. I was in New York and then at my mother-in-law's in the Catskills, but had to get out of there about 2 weeks ago.
I live here or lived here. Or no, I live here. Oh, it's right over there.
Extreme cool. Ooh, nice. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you.
Pleasure. So, came down to Stanford on 95?
No, I cut over to 84 after Richmond. You heard that the Millstone plant went up too?
The
Yeah?
Millstone, what's that? Is that?
It's nuclear, yeah.
Yeah, wait,
at
I
Waterford.
heard that. Oh, that's just a movie title. I know.
Well,
That's-
it's northeast corner. It's right next to the border with Rhode Island.
and that's how many miles from here?
Well, it's over 150. It's
Well, that's
170,
fine.
177. I can check my. Thank you. I can check my atlas.
You weren't there.
No. I met a couple groups coming from there.
Were they there when it went up? Or?
They were just scared. They're about 20 miles away when it happened, but they ran into a couple groups coming from the area, and they were in rough shape.
But that's fine. It's
Well, it depends on the weather, on the wind.
yeah, but over 150.
I heard 10, I heard 20, I heard 50, I heard 50 miles, but only for a few days, 50 miles, but only for a few months, I heard 100 for 100,000 years. I mean, I just stay away when I know how to stay away.
186.
Oh, Waterford, we're fine. There's loads of planes, lads closer. Well, there are.
Then you cut over to 84.
I cut over to 84. There was a barricade around 84 from just east of Hartford to, I don't know, I cut the whole scene. It was a really wide berth.
I heard that Pennsylvania. I heard that all of Pennsylvania, and I heard that Illinois.
I think that's just a crazy rumor. I do.
There are a lot of crazy rumors. And then from 84.
There are hundreds of plants. Hundreds. I didn't even know that.
Okay, there's that's definitely not true.
Plants all over. Plants so many you don't even know where they are. There are so many.
There's like a dozen. In the whole country, there's like at most a dozen. A dozen. 20 at most.
I heard hundreds.
The plants are in the east part mainly.
You know, it's not like this was sudden. You know, there were weeks and weeks and weeks where it was pretty clear, and they had weeks and weeks and weeks to plan for this.
I think there was a lot of pressure, though, to keep the plants going, to keep the grids up. They were worried about the grid going down and everyone freaking.
On the news, I was hearing about this one guy who was saying they no longer have the personnel in a lot of the places, that they can't just shut them down and walk away. They have to have all these people, hundreds of people meticulously stow the materials away, and that they may have waited too long until too many of those people were sick.
When was
And
this? I didn't see this.
It was local. It was one of the last broadcasts before everyone started to go off the air.
People are not competent. Can I just say that? People are not competent.
into a guy at the Walmart. We were talking about duct tape. Not that there's any left at the Walmart,
of course. But I never got any before because I thought, oh, well, really, what's the use? And now, I'm sorry, because it's handy.
And I hate going into houses. I'm not good with stink. So we were talking about where we'd have it, and he had this really good suggestion, which was the janitorial areas in schools. Anyways, about the duct tape. He has a cousin who worked at a nuclear power plant, Oyster Creek. It's near Asbury.
Well,
And he said that.
where is that? Osbury Park. How many miles?
It's about 100.
100?
Yeah. Indian Point is actually a lot closer.
How much closer?
About 30.
Well, what he said, the guy, you ran into him at the Walmart, and he
He said that that what happens is when the plant operators take the plant offline, that the cooling pools, which is where you know,
Right.
that the whole system continues to operate. Basically, like the radioactivity, the rods are fine for as long as there's electrical power to the plant. They just sit there. It's fine. And when the power goes out, there are massive generators that continue to power the plant and cooling pools for weeks. But then they run out of fuel. And the electricity stops, and the fire started, and everyone is really distracted, and he realizes, he gradually realizes, you know, I don't think anyone is thinking about this. And the weeks after are kind of ticking away.
The fires were before.
The fires were after.
Before the grid went down, the fires were before.
The big fires, the crazy explosions, those were before.
Not where I
It
was.
depended on where you were.
Come on, bitch.
Well, I just... Before, I don't... I'm sorry. He realizes no one's thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah. He's thinking about it. So, he decides, well, okay, it's on me. So he formulates this plan where he's going to stock up on fuel. He's going to go to the plant and he'll find the generator shed, and he says that the generator shed will be locked because when people are panicking, they don't think, they just lock. I'm gonna have to bust it open. Okay, I'll bring a crowbar, I'll pry the fuck out of it, I'll bust open the shed and I'll refuel the generators, and that's what I'll do, right? For months. That will be my task. This is what I will dedicate myself to refueling these massive generators until finally the generators break down, because things always break down, but at that point, I guess at that point it's different. The radioactivity has settled, or the worst of it has bubbled away. He was excited. It wasn't clear.
It's still radioactive. It's still just as radioactive for 100,000 years. Still
But I
just
think
as
he thought
radioactive.
it would be. The gases wouldn't have built up, or whatever. There wouldn't have been this issue of explosions and plumes.
And he
anyway.
knew what he was talking about, right? I mean, he knew.
Yeah, did he? His cousin worked at the guard box at the gate. I mean, he had these terms. What he told me is that he had gone to do it. He was living 15 miles away, and it took him a day and a half because of anyway, he walks it and he's there. He's at a gas station a mile from the plant. It is an utterly gorgeous day, and he's siphoning off one of the tanks. He's got containers, he's got a dolly, or what are those things where it's a couple of planks of wood on wheels, basically, and usually there's strips of carpeting on it.
Yeah, that's a dollar.
Okay, yes. So he has a dolly, He's got containers of gasoline. He's determined. He's set. He's ready to go. And then he has a flash. A very vivid. You know when you picture something, it's like a waking fantasy, and he's picturing himself at the front gate of the plant. And there's the reactor A, right there, right above him, but he doesn't look at it. He moves on and up the little service roadway, and he's at the shed, the service shed, and so he's totally picturing himself busting at the lock until he busts it open, and this shed is vast and shadowy, and at the end of it, this hulking generator. He's maneuvering in the dolly, and then he realizes there's no noise. These big machines, and it is so quiet. He lowers the dolly. He steps inside. There's the generator. He touches it. Cold. Dead. It's too late. And then his heart starts pounding, and then there's a flutter in the stomach, which he thought, is this adrenaline? And then he thinks, probably not. And then there's an ache starting in the head.
Is that how you know? At first, the headache?
That's just what he thought. The ache and the stomach, and he leaves the shed, and there's the reactor right there, right above him, half in the sunlight. And then the first wave of nausea hits, and then he discovers he's shitting his pants, and this is weird. He doesn't want the reactor to get to watch him die. And so he leaves the shed, and he's thinking, all I want is to get around that curve up there so I'm out of sight. Feats, just carry me that far. Feats, don't fail me now. And that's the point where he snaps out of it. He's standing at the gas station and has containers and a dolly, and he knows he can't do it. He drops the siphon and he walks away. He said it's not knowing that's the problem. He said, I think I can handle anything if I know what it is. I just can't manage the dread. And then talked about duct tape. I have a box of it. You're welcome to some if you'd like.
I'll stay away, all right. I'll stay away forever. That's the line. That's the line. That's the line. I'll stay away from your son, all right. I'll stay away forever. It's the line.
I was gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
God, right?
Oh my God, that is it, right? I'll stay away forever.
They're at the movie theater.
Right.
Yeah. Marge is like, you're an awful man. And then this is after he turns around and they're gasping. And then Bart is like, oh, it's you. You're the one who's been trying to kill me. And Marge is like, you're an awful man and stay away from my son. And then Sancho Bob is like, oh, I'll stay away from your son, all right. I'll stay away forever. Which freaks Homer out. And then Sancho Bob is like, oh no, sorry, that's no good. And he gets frustrated and he walks away.
Awesome. But Can you do that with the rest of the episode?
Yes.
No, I can't. I really wish I could.
Don't
can't.
underestimate yourself.
That was
brilliant.
That was so good.
I've never actually watched an episode of The Simpsons. Not all the way through, at least. That bit was from an ex-girlfriend of mine. She was a Simpsons fiend. She had this thing. She had this little routine where like you would say, "Listen, do you mind not drumming your fingers like that?" And she'd say, "Oh, I'll stop drumming my fingers, all right. I'll stop drumming them forever." Yeah, no, it's completely annoying. She's the one you really need, though. Seriously, she was always quoting from them. She knows all of them. Yeah.
I'm Matt, by the way.
Gibson.
Jenny.
Maria.
Sam.
You were in the middle of the episode?
We were.
Yeah.
Yes, we were in the middle of the episode.
Where were we?
Pandas.
Pandas, yeah, right, the pandas.
And Mo was shooing them. On the way,
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
way.
But
No, wait, no. That was so much earlier than we actually were. We were
The movie theater.
right,
Yes,
I'll
yes.
stay away. All right, I'll stay away forever.
and then he goes off.
And then he
And
goes
then he goes
off.
off and to the houseboat.
The houseboat.
Yes, on Cape Fear, like the cartoon.
Terror Lake.
Yes, no,
Terror
right,
Lake.
and Terror Lake, and there are piranhas.
Piranhas, yeah.
And so he's running from the piranhas, and he's running.
He's running, yes, and then he's Sideshow Bob. He's got the machete, and right, and and then he takes Bart onto the hold. So he takes Bart onto the hold, and then Bart like looks over the deck, and he sees the piranhas, and he's like, oh no! And then he runs to the other side of the deck, and he sees those crocodiles.
Oh yes, the crocodiles.
The crocodiles are snapping at him, and he goes, oh no! And then he runs back to the other side of the deck, and he sees the piranhas again, and he goes, oh right. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, but before there is a cactus.
The cactus patch, right? When they're driving the Terror Lake, they drive through the cactus patch. They drive through the cactus, right? Right. Homer's like, hey, everybody, want to drive through this cactus patch? And they're all like, yay! And then meanwhile, Sideshow Bob is underneath the car, like, ouch. That is right. And then, and while they're driving through the cactus patch and they're singing Gilbert and Sullivan, right? The three little something school, like three little maids from school, are we? Something. They're singing Gilbert and Sullivan.
Oh, right, yeah, because and at the end.
Because at the very end, Sideshow Bob performs HMS Pinafore, the entire Gilbert and Sullivan opera.
At some point, doesn't him and like Bart sing a duet together?
Yeah, it's like
Never.
yeah, no, never, what, never?
No, never?
No, never, what, never? No, never. And then he's like, sailors never get sick at sea.
I'm hardly ever sick at sea. What never? No, never. What never will hardly ever? I'm hardly ever sick at sea.
An aficionado, eh?
Oh, it's worse than that. I'm afraid I belong to a small amateur society.
Wait. Does this mean you can do Skullgirls?
Well, I did play Poopa on the Mikado twice.
So let's hear it.
Oh, are you certain? Because the terrible truth is you really only have to ask me once.
Oh yeah, hit me.
Bring it.
Okay.
Three little maids from school are we, parked as a schoolgirl well can be, filled to the brim with girlish glee. Three little maids from school, everything is a source of fun. Nobody's safe for we care for none. Life is a joke that's just begun. 3 little maids from school, 3 little maids who all unwary come from a lady's seminary, freed from its genius tutelary. 3 little maids from school.
Three little maids from school are we, perked as a schoolgirl well can be, filled to the brim with girlish glee. 3 little maids from school.
Everything is a source of fun. Do 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 do. Like